welcome to the International Experience. I'm your host Tandieka, and you're listening to some lovely Indian music. This is one of my favorite types of music. And today our guest is Avay, and he's from India. And Avay is an international student here at Pace University. We're so excited to have him. We're going to be chatting with him shortly. But in the meantime, please enjoy this beautiful song from his playlist. I really like this song, Avay. Can you tell me about this song?
Yeah, so basically the song was like when I was like in 8th standard.
Mm-hmm.
So this song came out. This was a movie rock on. So there was like totally different culture or rock culture.
Yeah.
So there was something new because in India mostly people play classical or something like
Yeah.
that. So there was like the really a revolutionary song.
Yeah.
We used to play it a lot.
I like it. It's different. I have to be honest with you. When you sent me your playlist, I was expecting to see Kuch Kuch Hota Hai on it. That's like one of my favorites.
Yeah, I saw
and
your Instagram story.
I grew up on that.
I saw your Instagram story regarding that.
Yeah, I really like that song. But you have some great songs on this list, and we're going to talk about the list and about you and your culture, and it's going to be a great show. So if you're now joining us, you are listening to the International Experience. I'm your host, Tandieka. And every week we feature a different international student on our show. And this week we are going all the way to India. And our guest today is Avay. He's a second year student in Seidenberg School of Computer Science. And he's majoring in computer systems analytics. He's a musician. And you're from Batala. Is that how I say it?
Yeah. Exactly.
In Punjab in North India. So what is your hometown famous for?
It's famous for like. Have you heard the religion Sikhism?
I have not.
So it's. Have you seen people with the turban?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's called Sikhism. So they have 10 gurus.
Mm-hmm.
So their first guru got married in Batala. So that's how it's famous for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I think it's also famous for the Golden Temple.
Oh, it's yeah, like it's 20 minutes drive. Yeah, Golden Temple. You know it. That's pretty nice.
Tell us, our listeners, about the Golden Temple.
Yeah, so it's like I guess the most famous place in North India.
Mm-hmm.
So because I've seen so many foreigners visiting over there, and they have this biggest langar. Like what langar is something like they provide free food.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like biggest in whole India.
Oh, awesome. So if you're now joining us, we are traveling to India. You're listening to some beautiful Indian music, and I'm chatting with Avay. So Avay, tell me about what it was like growing up in India.
And India, it was pretty fun. Like the life I saw over here, like even if I talk about a kid, right? It's totally different than in India. We used to play cricket in streets. We used to do silly stuff because at that time we didn't have phones.
Mm-hmm.
So all we had was a cricket bat or maybe what do you call this? It was like a I don't know what you call it. So we used to play silly stuff, play with cars, and it was pretty fun. Like I miss it.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. It's an interesting transition coming from a foreign country to a new country to make life here in the U.S. How long have you been living here in America?
So I came last year in fall.
Oh, you're literally one of my favorite shows on Hulu is called Fresh Off the Boat. Do you know it?
No.
You're fresh off the boat, Avay.
Exactly. So my birthday was on 21st August, and my flight was.
Oh, that's so cool! My birthday is the 20th of August. Birthday almost twin.
Exactly. So my flight was on 25th. So that's it's been a year. Yeah. Approximately.
Awesome. So if you're now joining us, we're chatting with Avay, and we're going to learn some more about him and his culture.
तकदीर के कुछ फैसले जो
Avay, tell us about the songs. You have quite a number of songs on this list. This song in particular is very beautiful. I don't know what he's saying, but it sounds beautiful. Tell us about the songs that you selected and why you selected them.
So I selected a couple of songs. Have you heard Coke Studio?
I have not.
It's like
It's on the
everywhere.
list.
Yeah. So I selected a song from Coke Studio because that's like more of a traditional thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they play traditional instruments and it's like a magical song. I'll let you listen afterward this.
Yeah.
And this, if you talk about this song, it's like a love song.
Mm-hmm.
So it's from an artist, Atif Aslam, and I really adore him. I really love him. His voice is really good. And a couple of more songs. It's like there's one more band, Parvaz.
Mm-hmm.
I have a song in there. It's called Color White. So it's like really a positive song, like a new hope, and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
there are so many songs. We talk about them when we listen to them.
Yeah. So let's talk a little about your life here at Pace. What are you studying here at Pace?
I'm studying enterprise analytics.
Mhm.
It's like data analytics and data science, which I'm not liking, but I have to do it. I'm here.
I love the honesty, Abby.
I'm here. I'm trying my best to do it, but that's fine. And I'm trying to explore music. Like I'm also a part of Pace Music Group. I
Mhm.
play with them. So there is a girl, Rachel. She started it.
Yeah.
So you know her?
No, I don't.
Yeah. So basically, she started it, and she was the president, and I used to play with her. That was so much fun. But now she graduated and she's in Sony Music working.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you mentioned that you're in Pace Music Group. I know from chatting with you before that you have an interest in music. And it's so interesting that you have an interest in music and you're studying computer science, or you're in computer science in Seidenberg.
Yeah.
How do those two marry, or how are those two connected? How did you become involved in music?
They're not connected at all.
They're not. How did you connect the dots?
So I started studying undergrad in Chandigarh. It's in North India.
Mm-hmm.
So I took computer science. I don't know why, but when I was in like the second semester, I figured it out. Like I don't want to do it, but just I wanted to go with the flow. So
Yeah.
there was this friend. They were from Kashmir. You know.
Yeah.
There's a place Kashmir, right?
Mhm. I know Kashmir.
So they had a band and they used to play really good, and he performed in our college first time, and I was like shocked, like this is also a thing in life, right? I can also do it. So there was this exam, and there was a guy sitting in front of me. He just turned around, and I was shocked that he was the same guy who was singing.
Oh, wow.
And we got into friendship. That was so cool, right? So he taught me many songs, and that's how I got into music. They don't connect basically, but for both of them, you need a lot of practice. You need to repeat things a lot. It's not like somebody is born with it, but you have to do it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that you're involved in music, because I'm gonna have you perform for us later in the show.
Okay.
So you can start thinking about something that you want to sing.
I'm pretty sick today. Okay, but it's still
I'm not taking any excuses out here. We're gonna
I'll
hear
sing
some.
one song.
Okay,
Maybe
awesome.
later, yeah.
So later in the show, we're gonna Abhay is gonna sing something for us since he is into music. Speaking of, you recently performed at the Diwali event. Tell us about your performance. What was that experience like?
Okay, honestly, if you talk about the last Diwali,
The International Students and Scholars hosted here
it
at
was in
Pace.
last fall. It was much better than this one. I don't know why. The crowd was so like, it was totally dead. They
Yeah.
didn't respond properly. The last time it was pretty good, right? So this time the only fun part was there were like little girls. They performed before after me, maybe after me or before me. I don't know. So I was singing a song, and I saw the video later. So I was singing and they were dancing in front of me. Oh my god, that was so funny. I'll show you the video.
So you had your own backup dancers.
Yeah, exactly. That was so funny. And she was exactly going with the rhythm, flow, and there were two girls. That was so much fun. And this time I came up with a band.
Oh, awesome. What did you sing?
We sang a couple of songs. There are a few songs on this
On the list?
Yeah.
All right. So if you're listening to, you're now joining the show, you're listening to the International Experience. I'm your host, Tandieka. I'm an international student here at Pace University from beautiful Guyana, South America. And every week on the show, we give or we highlight a different culture represented here at Pace. International students here at Pace get the opportunity or they use this platform to talk about their culture, what their life is here in New York, or if they live in New Jersey, like both Abhay and I do. And yeah, so this is just what this show is about. And Abhay is from India. He's a student in Seidenberg, and he has graciously brought us some of his music today and his talent. We're going to hear him sing later. But in the meantime, we'd love for you to enjoy some of the songs from his playlist. Here you go. What is he singing about here, Avay?
Let me just listen. Okay, so it's like he's he's saying to a girl that I want to stay with you,
Mm-hmm.
and if you support me, so that's the only thing I want.
Oh, it's a beautiful love
Yeah,
song.
it is.
All right.
And he's like a very famous singer.
So for all the lovers out there, this one is for you. Whatever you're doing in your lunch break, enjoy. I want to say good afternoon to all the regular listeners listening from Guyana, from the Lubin School of Business, here in New York City, if you're listening from New Jersey, and for our listeners who are joining us today from India, if there's anyone listening from India just to hear Abhay sing, we welcome you and thank you for joining us. I love this song. It's so beautiful. You know, I grew up in high school watching Indian movies and listening to the songs. I had a number of Indian friends when I was in high school. One of my friends called Pana. She would be the one always to explain to me what
What's happening?
what's happening with the song or the movie. Some of my biggest, I want to say, Indian film stars that I liked or had crushes on were Shah Rukh Khan.
I guess that.
Shah Rukh Khan and Hrithik Roshan, like I love them. And Kajol, like they were great. So
You're a pro.
speaking of, who are some of the Indian music singers or stars that influence your music that you sing? Do you write your own music, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh.
So my influences are basically like I used to follow bands more,
Mhm.
band Bollywood singers, but as I told you, I like Atif Aslam. He's also a Bollywood singer, but he
Mhm.
came from a band, Jal.
Yeah.
And I really love Parvaz. There's one more song in this list, and other than that, there's so many people. KK and Pritam. They're like they were long ago. Now they don't even sing or
Yeah.
they don't even create. And I really love this song.
What is
Well,
this? What are they singing about in this song?
It's also a love song.
Like most Indian songs.
Exactly.
It's all about love.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk some more about your life here. Tell me about your journey to Pace. Why did you decide to come to study at Pace?
Oh, honestly, that was really random. I'll tell you what. But the only thing was I got selected in NYIT and LIU. So I got admits from both. I got the I-20s. So then I applied to this university like 2 months ago, and I didn't hear any response. And my agent told me like, I don't know if they will reply or not. Like there were just 2 days left, and I had the interview for the consulate, and I got this I-20 at my home. This was Space I-20, and it was not from by my name. It was somebody else's name. That was so funny. I called my agent. I was like, I wanted to go to this university because it's close to the city, right? And what the hell is this, right? So he's like, I don't know what's this. So he's like, okay, go for the NYIT. You can change it over there. So I was going. It was just one previous. It was the night before the interview. My agent called me and she was like, do you wanna go to Pace? I was like, yes, I can try that, right? So she was like, okay, you need to go to the office tomorrow morning by 12, and then you can go to the interview by picking up your I-20. And they were so like funny. I went to Delhi. Right, Delhi is really crowded.
Yeah.
I left my hotel by 6 and went over there by 12. I picked up my I-20 from there, and then I directly went to the interview. I had no clue like what I'm gonna speak about Pace. There was only one question. I was focused that I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a musician. So I chose this course because of that. I don't know why I spoke. That was so funny, but I got selected. She was laughing and she was like, okay, you got selected.
Oh, that's awesome. So you came to Pace and you now live in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So you came straight from India to New Jersey? Did you at any point live in New York?
No. So I had a friend in Chandigarh. So he's like a resident now in US. He lives in Queens.
Okay.
He came to pick me up. So he picked me up from the airport. He's like gave me a tour of this Brooklyn Bridge, World Trade Center.
All the sites.
Exactly. The first day that was like so amazing for me.
Yeah.
And then he dropped me at my place. I changed a couple of houses, but that's fine. The Jersey is. I just want to save money. I want to spend on music rather than living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it like living in Jersey comparable to? I mean, you come to school in New York, so you know it's a little different.
Yeah.
What do you like or don't like about New Jersey?
I think if living in New Jersey is better because this one is like a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
Sometimes honestly, if I travel in subway a lot, so if I look at the people, right, those vibes affect me a lot. It's like too crowded. Like sometimes I'm like frustrated and I'm like I'm going back. That's it. I'm going back to India. But when I go to Jersey, I get out of the train and that's fine. Like the air is different, everything is different. And the other point, if you consider New York, then if I want to perform, I can directly come down to the street and go to any bar or anywhere to perform.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
Have you performed anywhere publicly here in New York, like outside of school?
Yeah.
Where have you performed?
We have performed in there are bars. I don't remember the name.
Yeah, where you've performed in bars
Yeah.
here in New York.
It's there's a very famous bar. Even Lady Gaga performed over there.
Mhm.
Yeah, me and Rachel performed over there like a couple of times. It's close to NYU.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, midtown.
So you're getting your feet wet in the music scene here in New York. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Good for you.
Thank you.
So what has your experience, overall experience, been like studying in New York so far? If you could sum it up, well, how would you?
That's an amazing experience. Like, this is totally different than India. Totally different. And I haven't been to any other place.
So you haven't been outside of New York or New Jersey?
No. I've been to this Poconos Mountain, but not exactly. I just went for the camping and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but it's a nice experience. Like, sometimes it's very heavy for me to handle everything, and I
Yeah.
feel like going back. But like sometimes it's fun. Like it's very these buildings are really really motivating. Like we can do it. Something. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fun.
So we're chatting with Avay. Avay is from India, and you're enjoying some of the beautiful music that he shared with us from his playlist today. And you're listening to the International Experience. I'm your host Tandieka, and we're on every Tuesday from 12 to 1 p.m. You can now enjoy some of Avay's music. We take a break, and then when we come back, we talk some more with Avay about himself and about his culture.
That's a Punjabi song.
Do you usually dance when you perform?
Not exactly. But this is a Punjabi song. That we can dance on this one. You like the vibe, right?
I like that one.
It's really cool.
That was a good one. What was that one?
That's there's a Punjabi song.
Mhm.
That's this singer is Guru Randhawa. He used to live close to my house, and he's like really famous now in Bollywood and everywhere. So he just released the song, and everybody loves this song. So
Are any of the songs on your list like from movies that are out right now in Bollywood?
yeah, there are. We'll play more.
We'll play more.
What song is this? Oh, this song is really nice.
This one is.
This was like a super hit song.
It was from a movie.
Yeah.
What movie
It
is
was,
that?
It's like it's a funny story. It's like an Urta Punjab movie.
Mm-hmm.
So there was this controversy like Punjab is under drugs. Like there are so many type of drugs over there, and youth is getting destroyed in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this movie was totally focused on that thing, and the song was really a hit in that.
Okay. Well, enjoy this Punjab song from Avay's list.
Yeah. Am I still live?
What was that one about, Avay? What was that song about?
So it's like basically it's calling out a girl for like she's lost in her thoughts and stuff, but it's indirectly calling out to Punjab.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
that it's
beautiful.
under drugs and stuff. Yeah, it's beautiful. I love the guitar part.
Yes, I like that part too. I
Yeah.
love guitars. Do you play any instrument?
Yeah, I play guitar.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have made you bring your guitar. Why didn't you tell me this, Avay? I would have made you bring your
I
guitar.
thought you knew.
Okay, so we're chatting with Abhay. If you're not joining us, you're listening to the International Experience. And I'm your host, Tandieka. And every week we're on here from 12 to 1. We feature a different international student. Today we are featuring Abhay, who's from India. Abhay is a student in Seidenberg studying computer science analytics. Did I get it right?
Systematic.
Yeah,
You can
system
call it anything.
analytics. And he is also a musician. And we're so happy to have him on the show today. We're just having a nice chat on the show. So we are talking about your experience here in New York. What is different? And you kind of hinted at it before. What is different from India compared to the U.S.?
The difference.
Different
is,
or the same or both?
What's that?
What is different or
Hmm.
the same about U.S. and the U.S. and India?
Honestly, I haven't seen the whole US,
Mhm.
so I can only talk about the New York,
Mm-hmm.
right? And about India, it's like I want I saw this climate change rallies over here in New York like a couple of days ago. I wish people were like knew more about these things in India too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Delhi's there's this place Delhi. It's under a very worse condition right now. And other than that, same thing. I have been to Bombay once, so I can compare the subways. They are overcrowded. At the time of rush hour, it's so overcrowded. Oh my god! I just went to once, and I can't even imagine of coming to job after graduating. Right? It's so hard. You have to get into a line. Then people are just standing like in this much position. Right? It's so funny.
I've seen some videos, circulating on the internet about how people are squeezing themselves. Is this for real?
Exactly. You might have seen people getting on the train, over the train.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Is it for real?
Yeah, it is.
This actually happened.
Exactly. Rush hour is really weird. Even over here. Not exactly the same, but kind of same. And other than that, everything is same. Because I'm there also, I'm here also, so I don't feel the difference much.
Yeah. Did you have any culture shocks when you came?
No, not really. Because I used to go to Himachal Pradesh a lot, and I met many foreigners over there. So it was comfortable for me talking to everyone, and the only difference was I went to this funny nude beach in Jersey City.
What was that experience like?
That was funny. And I was like, me and my friend went, and I was like, there are people nude, right? So That was really funny. It's and shocking for me, right? At least I've never seen that. Say not even New York. I've been to what's that called? What's that? Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Yeah, I've been to so many beaches over here in Long Island City as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun. That was something new.
And I'm sure that is a culture shock because in India, you guys are more very conservative.
No, that's a misconception.
It is. So we're going to be talking about some myths.
Exactly, that's a misconception. But yeah, there's only a difference. They're not conservative, but at least not this much open.
Yeah.
Yeah, and somewhere there's a line between that. But that's fine. It worked pretty well over here.
I'm glad you said exactly that it was a misconception because one of the questions I want to ask you, and I always ask my student guests, what is one myth about India that you've heard, one or more, how many ever, that you've heard since being here and you would like people to know isn't true? And I've been guilty of saying, oh, India is a very conservative country. And also because I grew up watching the Indian movies, I remember you would never see them have sex in the movie.
Exactly. At least
they would always cut to some scene or show you a flower blooming or something, you know.
But right now the scene is totally different. At least they show us very intimate scenes. But that's fine. They need to change, right? That's fine. That was really funny.
So what are some of the myths about India that you like to debunk right now?
The first one is this one. It's very conservative. See, if you guys are really open, like anything, honestly, because there are specific places they are conservative, but not all the places. And other than that, I've seen people like they think that India is more of a always religious thing, and other than that, that's it. So it's not that much religious. People are open now, right? They want to marry in different cultures. Yeah, scene was different earlier, right?
Yeah.
There is Sikh couldn't marry a Muslim couldn't marry a Hindu, but now people are changing, right? And India is great. India is totally open now. Nobody. I've seen so many people talking about like this and that, but that's fine. So India is totally open now.
So some myths. India is not overly conservative.
It was.
It was.
Yeah.
It's not overly religious.
Yeah.
And more people are into marrying in different cultures and stuff like that.
They are.
I want to ask you, I know this wasn't on my list that I sent you, but I want to ask you about it because I want to know if it's myth or fact. Can you tell me about the caste system in India? Is it something that exists? Is it overly prevalent? Or it's not something that doesn't exist anymore?
So yeah, I thought to talk about this part. Earlier, maybe in some other question. The only this thing is common in US and India because I travel a lot in subways now, right? Subways and paths. So I see a lot of discrimination. Not with me, at least. I've never experienced.
You've never experienced it.
Yeah. But I've seen people if he's not well dressed or something, you see sitting on the subway and people who are well dressed and wanna be a rich people. They don't sit with them, right? And that's really awkward for me. It's not one time or two times. It happens many times. And even if we consider this thing in India, say it's the same thing. Like people of one, maybe we cannot say caste, but we can say regions or maybe financial levels. That's the main point. So if you are not rich enough, then you can't stand with them. You can talk to them. It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In both places.
But it's changing. Is it changing? Do you think it's
I don't
changing?
think it will change.
You don't think it will change?
Not
it's
even
just
here, not even there.
it's inbred in the culture.
Exactly.
If you're not joining us, we are chatting with Avay. Avay is an international student from India, and we're just having a nice chat about him, about his Indian culture, about growing up in India, and his experience here in the U.S. and going to school here at Pace. And you're listening to some of his music, and we're now going to take a break from chatting because Avay is a little sick, and he's graciously, even though he's sick, he's come on the show. And I know you guys can probably hear that he's a little stuffy. So we're going to take a break from chatting with him and just enjoy some music. And then when we come back, Avay is going to be miraculously healed and sing for us.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Oh.
Just to talk about some of the activities that are happening here on campus at Pace University for international students. Remember, every week the International Students and Scholars Office hosts their tea and coffee hour on Thursdays, and it's this Thursday, November 7th from 3:25 to 4:25 at 163 William Street, 16th floor. Coffee, tea, and light snacks will be served. Also coming up later in the month, we know Thanksgiving is approaching. Some of international students may not have any plans for Thanksgiving. They may not have family to go and spend Thanksgiving with. And if you want to have the American Thanksgiving experience, the International Student Club presents their Friendsgiving Fest on November 26th. It's at 1 to 3 p.m. at the Bianco Room. So you can contact the International Student Club for more information about it, or just show up. It's open to international students and, of course, the base community. If you just want to have a nice Friendsgiving with the international student community, we encourage you to attend that event. It's on November 26th from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Bianco Room.
Oh, that's my favorite song. That's my favorite song. That's my favorite song. Favorite song. This is the Coke Story song.
This is your favorite song?
Yeah.
What is he saying?
It's like too deep.
Tell me. Give me a synopsis.
It's like love and sad and
It's a melodrama.
yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's really good song. It's from Coke Studio,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really underrated song. I don't know why, but this man just wrote one song in his whole life. Like
He was a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, and the song is really good.
What is he singing about?
Give me this razor. Mm, I guess this is the girl's part. Yeah, after this. So basically, both are saying the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
that I love you and you love me, but they both wanna get part from each other because things are not working out properly.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's saying that I remember all the memories we had, all the things we did, but like it's hard now. I need to leave.
Okay.
And same as boy saying that it's fine that you can leave. It's really good. The vibe is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes me back to watching Bollywood movies when I was a teenager. They always somehow end up in a big field where
There was the
they would come together and
old
then they're
scenarios.
apart.
Exactly.
It was beautiful. I like that.
The main part about the song is like the wording is like it's good, but the composition, the man there is really amazing. The way the song flows, it's really good.
Mhm. I like it. If you're now joining us, you are listening to some music from India, and our guest today is Avay. He is an international student from India, and this is some of his favorite songs. This is actually his favorite song. What's the song called?
Fasole, it's Faasle. Fasole.
Facile.
Yeah,
I like
that means distances.
distances. Ah, I get that. So every week we're on from 12 to 1. You can tune in at wpub.org and listen to us every week. Next week we are going to be featuring someone from Austria. My
Oh,
dear
yeah,
friend.
Rachel was from Austria.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
My dear friend Rebecca is from Austria, and she's going to be on the show next week. And also, we're going to be talking with someone from the International Students and Scholars Office next week about International Education Week. I love International Education Week. It's one of my favorite events or activities surrounding international education and international students and our importance to bridging cultures here in the U.S. So we're going to have someone from the International Students and Scholars Office on the show next week to talk about the events and what they have planned and how students can support the events. And we hope that you will tune in next week to listen to it. As we continue to chat with Avay, tell me, what are some of your plans you have for after graduation? What do you want to do?
Like right now, it's just a single path because being an international student, we need sponsorship
Yeah.
to stay away. If I don't need sponsorship, I bet I'm not doing this.
When you
BSc.
graduate?
Next May.
We're walking together. I graduate next year too.
Okay. Okay. So that's the only thing I need to do. I need to get a full-time job
Yeah.
and get that OPT thing done, and then H1 thing done, and probably work for 3 years on. And
What industry do you want to work in? Any particular
data
industry in your
analyst-
field? Yeah.
Oh no, I wanna be a data analyst, but my main focus would be in this music industry,
Mhm.
like Sony Music or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you're making good use of Handshake,
Yeah.
because
And
there are lots of internships and jobs posted there. Have you done any internships yet?
no, I work on campus.
Oh, you work on campus?
Yeah. I work in CRC, Community Resource Center.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, how do you think that Pace University is preparing you or not preparing you for the world?
I've never I'm not mostly involved into career services and stuff. I did that resume workshop and cover letter workshop. That's it. And I don't think like it's benefiting me much on their side, but that's fine. Like it's my own fight. I need to do it anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
But you feel like being involved in like the music group and clubs, like that's helping you?
Yeah, that helped me a lot.
Yeah.
There was like So there was the best thing coming to US because there was this career fair. It was not a career fair; it was like some kind of fair. And I was the only one Indian over there, and I was roaming around, and I was asking everybody like, "Is there a music group?" They were like, "No, no, no. It's just they'll just start one." And I got this girl's email. That was Rachel, the president, and then I met everyone, and I got a good exposure like in the first semester, like making new friends from different culture.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. Mostly all are Americans. Yeah.
Okay. If you're now joining us, you are listening to the International Experience. I'm your host, Tandieka, and we are listening to some Indian music compliments of Avay, who's our guest today from India. Before Avay sings for us, we would like you to enjoy some of the music from his list.
Yeah.
What is he singing about in this song?
I don't know this language exactly. It's like more of Urdu,
Mm-hmm.
but I love this song. I love this band basically. So I have couple of I used to play a couple of songs. There it was just Upki Yesuba and stuff. So these songs are really motivating, and it's like they are. He mostly talks about new hope, new life,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's saying like you need to look inside you, like why are you sad, and figure it out. This thing, all these things, and just get out of everything
Okay.
and fly high.
Fly high. I
Yeah.
like that. Very motivational and encouraging.
Yeah.
And speaking of motivational and encouraging, are you going to sing for us now?
Yeah. I can try.
All right, so we are chatting with Avay, who is an international student from India. He's also very talented. He sings, he plays the guitar, and he's a part of Pace Music Group here at Pace University. And he has aspirations of just bringing his music to the world.
Yeah.
So here, live and direct, is Avay.
Oh, should I say?
Yeah.
Can it take 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Go. Work it.
No.
You're live. Go ahead.
Okay, let's sing. इन दिनों दिल मेरा मुझसे है कह रहा तू ख्वाब सजा, तू जी ले जरा, है तुझे भी इजाजत, कर ले तू भी मोहब्बत, है तुझे भी इजाजत, कर ले तू भी मोहब्बत. Should I sing more?
You can stop if you want, but that's beautiful.
बेरंग सी है बड़ी जिंदगी, कुछ रंग तो भरूं मैं अपनी तन्हाई के वास्ते, खुद अब कुछ तो करूं. जब मिले थोड़ी फुर्सत, जब मिले थोड़ी फुर्सत, खुद से कर लूं मोहब्बत, है तुझे भी इजाजत, कर ले तू भी मोहब्बत.
Ooh, that was amazing, Abhay. What were you singing about?
It's like a person is realizing, like, this is the time I need to do what I want to do. I need to start loving myself. I need to start doing what I love and leave the rest of the things that I'm gonna do after 3 years.
Yeah, it's beautiful even in English. I loved it. I really enjoyed that. And I really enjoyed having you on the show today. Thank you so much for coming on.
It was an amazing experience.
And if you are now joining us, you just heard Abhay sing for us, and he has an amazing voice. He's a part of the Pace Music Group. Just to let you know, there is such a group here on campus. If you're an international student and you're interested in music and just exploring your identity and showing off your talent, then you should join the Pace Music Group. I'm sure they're on ArcSync. You can find out more about them on ArcSync.
You can find them on Instagram. It's PMG, Pace Music Group. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. It's Pace Music Group, PMG, on Instagram. Follow them. Send them a DM. Slide into their DMs and let them know. Let them know that you're interested in joining if you have musical talent. And we're so happy that Abhay joined us today and that he was able to share his talent. And I'm going to put a plug out there for him. Abhay's looking to work with Sony. So if you know somebody who knows somebody, you know.
Or maybe Warner Music.
Or one of the music groups, just hook him up.
Yeah.
Hook him up.
Cute.
Hook up Abhay because he's really talented and he's going to be an amazing data scientist, right?
Yeah,
Exactly. So that's a really cool combination. I like that. So we're going to close the show and just allow you to enjoy some of the music from Abhay's playlist. Today we traveled all the way to India. Every week we go to a different culture, a different country here on the radio in our minds and have really great conversations with our guests. And we hope you will join us again next week at 12 p.m. We broadcast live from downtown Manhattan at Pace University WPB Radio. I'm your host Tandieka. And if you're an international student and you're interested in joining us or coming on the show as a guest, you can send me an email at Tandieka. What's my email? It's tjohnson3@pace.edu. I just had a brain fart. What? So it's lunchtime. That's why. It's tjohnson3@pace.edu. Send me an email. You can also slide into my DMs on Instagram at Tandieka, only to talk about the show. All right? Only to talk about the show. So enjoy and thank you for listening. Thank you for watching and joining us on Facebook Live. Have a great day.
Yes. Almost done. I am. 10 minutes or max. निकलना होगा थोड़ी देर में, 10 मिनट। तो नहीं कॉलेज। आता हूँ। I think I should have sung this song.